Written in Bone, Chapter 2, Part 3. This is the very last part. Owsley concluded his initial examination of JR 1225B by asking Hudgens and Schmidt to measure the full skeleton and the long bones of the legs. We measure bones in situ for many reasons. Remember that means that it is whatever is found in the exact position that it was found. So the skeleton has not moved. It's still in the same position it was when they found it. At Jamestown, I've got to measure in place, or I'm not going to get the measurements of the whole bone, Owsley explained. Poorly preserved bones, which are common at Jamestown due to the clay subsoil, often crumble as they're removed from the grave. The fragments may be reassembled in the laboratory, but they won't exactly replicate their appearance and size in the grave. Next, Owsley took a close look at the arrowhead Hudgens had spotted. It could have remained so close to the boy's femur throughout decomposition only if it had been deeply embedded in his thigh muscle. Although many more colonists died from starvation and disease, some colonists died from wounds received in skirmishes with Native Americans. Had the boy died as a result of such a wound? Owsley's opinion was that the boy wouldn't have died immediately of the wound. It was in a fleshy area of the leg where a major blood vessel wasn't likely to have been severed. However, infection was common in the colonial Chesapeake region due to a lack of medical knowledge about cleanliness and the cure of wounds. If the boy's wound had become infected, harmful bacteria would have quickly spread throughout his body, resulting in blood poisoning. A fast-acting infection of this sort can kill a person in a matter of days and does not leave traces in the bones. Further analysis of the boy's bones in Owsley's laboratory would support information about the boy's life and death, though whether it would solve this particular puzzle remained to be seen. So what they're thinking is, first of all, they could not take the skeleton out of the grave because you're risking the chance of it crumbling, and even though you could put it back together in the lab, it's not going to be in exactly the same as it was when it was in the grave. So we saw the little arrowhead that had been really close to the bone, and what they're thinking is he got hit in that fleshy part of his leg, but the infection, because of the lack of cleanliness and medical care, would have led to blood poisoning, which could have resulted in his death. But that's just a theory at this point.